telling me that they really messed up the Expanse and that it's significantly more difficult than it should be. At the very least on the solar side, because I keep hearing it's about like Estella and stuff. Last update on the Expanse, I could have gotten a sub 5 on Wolf if I really tried. Very clearable. And they nerfed all the perks you get in Expanse too, so enemies do more damage and you do less. Really? I gotta figure this out. Did they see me clearing with Ikora in sub 5 and they're like, okay, no, we can't have that. Alright. Expanse kills nor regenerate.
Or whatever they say.
Wait, what? You can't regenerate skills anymore, like, between rounds? Yeah, also, I just want to say my Maha Miori is definitely not feeling like it's hitting as hard as it used to. This ain't even, like, the high difficulty Expanse. Oh yeah, you don't regenerate abilities in between stages anymore. It's not just in supers. Okay. Alright, well, so that kind of really sucks for a lot of characters, especially ones like, I mean, basically everybody. The map is also cooked, you will see. At the very least, the rapid fire ones are really nice, so even if my Maha Miori is straight up just not working as well. Hold on, am I actually shredding stuff faster with my SMG? With the, like, poison stacks? I don't know, it might just be a placebo. Now we are going to be getting into the actual Expanse. So I've been hearing that there have been a lot of people struggling with this. So I got barely over 5 minutes on my Wolf last time on like a pretty average run. So let's see exactly how difficult this Expanse update is going to be. That, I'm gonna take out his shield. So, unfortunately, like, I'm not starting out great. I didn't get the finish on that guy. That I really should have lowered his health a bit more. But so far, not really seeing any, like, extra difficulty increase. Let's get Venom Burst, because that's going to be one of the best ones to pick up here. Alright. So, I can still one-shot these enemies. Alright, I didn't quite get that. There we go. But one of the big things going from the previous Expanse to this one is the fact that you cannot get any extra normal ability charge between stages. So this is like a huge nerf to, like, basically every single unit in this game, especially T6 Hellhasts, who could charge up an entire like level 3 summon in between stages. Now Hellhast especially is going to be having a much more difficult time. Like right now, I have to wait for my ability to recharge because I wasn't able to get them between the next stages. So I'm now having to take more time to wait for my abilities to recharge, when before I would have had them instantly on stage start. And I know I didn't pick up the ball and throw it yet. This isn't supposed to be a top clearing run. Like, if anything, an average run right here is probably going to be like a Baker Tell, because I was able to get these done pretty easily and solidly on a typical clear. Okay, I'm already feeling like the extra damage, for sure, from before, because I was able to tank a lot of these enemies a lot easier as Wolf. I am really feeling the extra damage that people were talking about in this Expanse reset. Because I could really face tank that Ogre a lot prior to this. Stage 2 minutes at stage 23. So, like, my previous experience with the Expanse was that I was able to face tank those enemies at, like, stage 26 with a higher power level. I was having to hide behind cover with, like, a 6,000 health bar Wolf, like, with all that overshield that I had on stage 23. And not only that, again, like, all of my abilities are just all not charging.
Light surges within the blade.
But 2 minutes and 5 seconds at stage 23. Not a good run at all. Not a good pace at all. Especially for like an average run. Keep going forward with these perks and stuff. Alright. Got some good experience with this stage. Alright, that one was pretty easy, like usual, but again, it's not an elite stage either. Finally, I'm getting access to some of the rapid-fire ones that I'm looking for. Alright, and again, like, I just didn't have my abilities right off the bat, so I've gotta wait for some cooldowns. So uptime is going to be a really, really important thing going forward when it comes to units in this game.
Here goes nothing.
So this one, obviously there was the skip before. I wonder if they patched it. Because they did patch bridge skip. Oh, yep, they patched the skip. Alright. So that's another thing that's going to increase the difficulty right there. Essentially everything going forward in the Expanse is going to make us just start wasting more time, waiting for abilities to regen, and this is going to be especially harmful to characters like Hellhest, like Ningfei, because they can have some uptime issues, especially at the start of a stage. Alright, and now I'm at stage 26, and I actually was not able to one-shot those acolytes with my dash. Which, I'm pretty sure I was able to do that on stage 26 before. Probably not later. But, I don't think the health scaled up that much prior. Like, that quickly. So we're at stage 26, about the halfway point through the Expanse. On, like, an average run. This is not an optimized run. I could probably shave off at least 30 seconds to a minute, but I'm already almost 4 minutes on an average run. Like, my first clear of the previous Expanse on Wolf, I'm pretty sure it would have been like a 5:30 or something like that, if I didn't die 3 times. Obviously, I'd have to, like, check back on the previous VOD to see exactly what it would have been like. But,
Careful and be smart.
like, right now especially, I am really, really feeling... Okay, now I... like, a wolf stash now is just not enough to kill red bars. That is... And again, like I've talked about before, that wolf just doesn't really deal really good damage. But before, like red bars, I could pretty easily one-tap those in the Expanse. Especially in the early, like I've got ability strength, signature boost, solar boost, more ability strength, tier 9. And I deal half the health bar with my wolf stash. And yes, this GL is maxed. So we've got fewer abilities, higher health enemies, higher damaging enemies. Did we get anything to compensate? Because, like, these cards are either the exact same, and I've actually heard that some of these cards wound up getting nerfed between updates. So I heard that stage 29... Okay, that's a tracking issue right there. I'd love to see it. But I heard that stage 29 is actually where things get really, really difficult in this Expanse. Like, so far, it's definitely been a lot worse considering the changes, but I haven't hit any, like, real walls that made it feel significantly more difficult.
Be careful and be smart.
Alright, so it's capture 2 zones. Alright. Facing off against some enemies. Okay. So, I heard it was difficult on Estella. I heard people were having issues. Also, if you jump too high, for some reason, like, the plate just stops capturing. Like, I'm doing pretty good right here because I've got really good AoE, but Estella doesn't. So I can really understand why a character like her would struggle more on this stage specifically. Especially because of the ability nerfs that she got. Like, Estella especially got hurt really bad. Especially to T6s. Because not being able to start out every single stage with a T3 summon, or like a level 3 summon, definitely hurts, I imagine. So, that didn't take me too long, but like, even still, being kind of this close to the 7-minute mark on an average run is, when it was like pretty simple and to clear before. Especially because we had like the decreased timer. So did they decrease the timer back to 7 minutes when they nerfed all of our stuff this time?
Going in.
Because that bar is looking pretty low. Oh, it's this stage. This stage is the final boss. Okay. Well, I don't imagine this one's going to be that difficult to really do. At least if his health bar isn't like 1.5 miles. Golly. Oh my gosh, the phalanx put in real work right there. And they're split up, so I can't debuff both of them at the same time. I can definitely understand why people are having a lot of a bigger struggle with this, especially when compared to the previous expanses. Like, am I just straight up not going to have the damage output right here on this, like, again, painfully average run? I would normally have much better runs than this. Yeah. I mean, if I didn't waste some time on the previous stages, like, either just like having a little bit of an issue with certain cooldowns and stuff, but this is a significantly more difficult Expanse, especially because they lowered the timer back down to 7 minutes after nerfing capabilities of clearing this so much. Again, like, I could still clear, but comparing it before where I cleared in almost half of the time it took before to now where it's gonna be really, really tight on an average run and probably not really much more clearable on a much more optimized run. Like, let's take a look at the initial clears right now, how everybody's going. Yeah, like, it's 6 minutes currently on the Expanse. 520. Okay, so yeah, you can get it down to a 526 right now, which is another 2 minutes more than what we had like prior, but this is a significantly more difficult Expanse, at least on the solar side. I haven't tested the arc side yet because arc side is looking to be a lot tougher because the champion right here, Ning Fei, he got straight up nerfed against piercing champions. So we will have to test on that more. It's going to be a lot more difficult, especially for more average players. Well, that's about all I have on this video covering the Expanse changes, the Expanse nerfs to our characters and buffs to the enemies. If you all are having some struggles with clearing the Expanse that you didn't have before, please let me know in the comments below. If you're enjoying my coverage of this game and would like to see more, and would also like to see more from other games in the future like Duet Night Abyss and Ananta, which I will be covering as they get closer and closer to release, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more stuff about those games. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.